I know it's kind of hard to digest where this stock is sitting right now, and no matter what I say or show you, it won't change your view about this stock, well, at least for now. And that's what you think. If you like the SoFi stock, then you will love this video. But if you don't like this stock and you are just waiting to dump SoFi as soon as it reaches your buy price, then you know what? Hang in for a few more minutes and look at some details I'm sharing. Now, I've showed in my research on how SoFi stock hold the potential of being really successful in 2022. Well, looks like it's not just us thinking that way, but many institutions as well. Because believe it or not, many institutions bought this stock at a much higher level than some of you. Let's take a look at this together. So take a look at this chart right here that I have to share. And this is the point where I will make that look at the institutions buying on SoFi. So on 121, we have a new initiated position of SoFi for about 294,248 shares. Then at 1231, and all these are 1231. And if you pay attention, these are all initiated new. Each and every one of them are basically starting a new position in SoFi. Nobody has increased any position in SoFi. So as you can see, we have this institution right here increasing by 4.3 million share. Then IBVIP, same over here, same institution, but of course a different fund, including or increasing by or initiating new by 300,000 share. And if you can keep on going on and on, you can see that we have about 9.2 million shares added by institutions in SoFi. There are some, those who increase the position. For example, Vanguard increased the position by about 500,000 shares. Franklin Templeton increased by 2.8 million shares, and then Franklin, another fund, increased by 2 million shares, and then third fund increased by almost 100,000 shares. So this is some solid, already existing investors or institutional investors basically added more shares to their SoFi position. But it's not always about winning. There are some losers as well, people, those who have sold off. IB accumulated funds sold about 1.5 million shares. And look, the same company in a different fund added about 4.3 million shares. So these kind of things are very common to see. But in total, we have about 13 investors totaling about 9.2 million shares that were added. And we have about 2.34 million shares that were decreased, or people, those who sold off. One of the funds is this. And then the other two funds are basically those who have decreased the position of SoFi. So this is basically showing you that net increase on SoFi by 13 investors, 9.2 million, and net decrease on SoFi by institutional investors is about 2.3 million from 12/31/2021, basically December 31st, 2021, from that point forward. And as the most recent one I could find was this right here on 121, we had the initiated new position by about 300,000 shares. Now the next chart shows the metric on how volatile SoFi is and what kind of plays make sense here. So this is the volatility chart on SoFi, as you can see, and the white line that you see is a 10-day volatility chart, and all other colored lines are different days. As you can see, SoFi is really volatile, the most volatile it has been till now. This is the time when it makes sense because you will get top dollars for your option premiums. This is the time to basically make sense and sell options here. Again, I'm not saying to do anything. I'm personally not doing anything because this market is just crazy of what's going on here. When I'm recording this video, believe it or not, SoFi right now is trading at about $11.36. I never imagined that SoFi will touch $11.36. And the way it's going, I won't be surprised if SoFi touches $10. It's just insane where we are right now. So again, these market conditions are of course not optimal for any kind of trading in my opinion. That's why I'm sitting on the sidelines and only making very small plays if I am. But these kind of chart, if I would have seen this chart, let's say in October, November, I would have jumped all over to sell the puts, which I did of course at that time, and I'm down on them as well right now. So these kind of chart shows you that if you are interested in selling put, let's say that you go and sell a cash covered put for $5 on SoFi for 2024, or the latest amount of day that you can get, you will get top premium for your options because you are selling at a high volatile period when the stock is really volatile. That's what I mean. You can go and sell a $8 cash secured put for basically 2 years down, and you know this is a very safe bet. I know it's a very safe bet. I'm not doing it because I'm out of money. I bought so much dip that I don't want to invest any more money or take any more loan on myself or margin on myself. That's why I'm staying out from that game right now. Okay, so next what I'm showing you is some data on option volume and open interest, and also one option that has a very positive feel to it. Let's take a look at this chart. So the two lines that you see over here, one is an option volume and one is an open interest. And if you see, green is open interest and then option are actually traded. As you can see that from November to about January, the option interest was really high, but the option volume was low on SoFi. Then now, all of a sudden, when we are reaching this high peak volatility as it kind of trades or it kind of shows over here, we can see that now the open interest is also big, but look at option volume. Option volume is also ticking really, really high. That means a lot of options are being traded right now. A lot of people are making plays in the option. Along with that, this is a chart of most recently traded options. Now, I couldn't pull the chart for today when I'm recording this video. This is a chart from yesterday because Bloomberg was down today because of all the red things that we are seeing. I think they're also freaking out there. But you can see over here, the most interesting option play that I saw in all these option plays, and you can actually take a screenshot and you can see all these option plays. But the most interesting one was right here. Look at, this is open interest and this is volume right here. If you look at open interest, this has about 28,900 open interest, but look at the volume, about 17,000 in volume. So you can see on the 18th March 2022, a $15 call has an insane amount of open interest and an insane amount of volume, which is amazing to see that people are at least bullish that stock is going to be 15 by March 18th, 2022. Isn't it funny? Just a few months ago, I would have said that $15 would be a price target where SoFi investors would celebrate, then I'm sure you would have laughed at me. But here we are, and we will take $15, please. And we will gladly take $20. And believe it or not, that's over 40% growth where we are right now. In next few days, I think it's going to be like 100% growth. And that's what analysts are expecting for the full year. So I say this again. Don't think SoFi is touching $30 or $40 anytime soon. Those days are gone, especially what happened with Lending Club. And I have a video coming out on that because that does hamper SoFi's projections as well. It's not cool. It's not really good to what happened with Lending Club and also their outlook for 2022. So it'll be a while before we see any of the price action on SoFi. And it hurts when I say this because I have January 2023 $30 calls, which I will be out as soon as we get cross $20 or even get close to it. And we'll actually take a loss on them, in my opinion, right now, the way things are looking, because Theta Decay is going to kill them. And I'm okay to close because I will recover my money by selling some covered calls along the way. I hope I provided some value, and if you liked the video, then hit the like button and consider subscribing. And for more one-on-one conversation, consider joining our Discord and Patreon. As always, a pleasure to share all of this with you. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.